Today I am sharing my homeschool goals for 2026, specifically with a preschooler and sixth grader in mind. If you're homeschooling kids that have a large age gap, then you know the challenge that it can be. But with simple, intentional goals, it is completely doable. Hi everyone, welcome to our homeschool table. My name is Geraldine. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids ages 11, 4, and 2. And here on my channel, I share about all things homeschool. So I hope that you will click that subscribe button and stick around. So today's video is part of a collaboration hosted by Stephanie over at Schulte Sweeties Homeschool and Annalisa from Creative Curious Learning and Living. And we are going to be sharing our homeschool goals for the upcoming year. So go ahead and check out the playlist link down below after you're done watching this video to see what all the other moms are sharing about. Okay, so let's go ahead and just jump right into my first goal. I only have 3 because I wanted to keep it simple, that has been like my mantra for the last probably 2 years. But my first goal is to keep morning time meaningful and simple. Now, I'm really good at planning too much and then later having to go back and take things out and things like that. Well, it always seems that I take things out that they actually really like, that my kids actually really like. And so this year, my plan is to not take anything out. We are going to keep doing the simple morning time that we've been doing. I do have a video about mini morning times, and I'll link that up here for you because we have kind of split it up into 2 or 3 different sections. But right now, we are doing a Bible time first thing. Then my daughter goes and does her independent work. And then a little bit later on for lunch, we do another morning time. So my plan now is to alternate between our Burgess Bird Book study that we're doing, and then also our On Mission magazines from the Gentle and Classical Press. And I really want to focus in on being more consistent with our read aloud. I'm really only doing our read aloud maybe 2 times a week, and I would really like to increase that to at least 3 times per week because we kind of get a little behind when it comes to our Sunlight History Bible Literature schedule and the read alouds. So I do want to do a better job of doing our read aloud more frequently. Okay, so goal number 2 is to increase independence. And that looks a little bit different for each of my kids. So like I said, I have a 6th grade daughter and then a 4-year-old pre-K son. And so for my preschooler, what I would really like to work on with him as far as homeschool and being at home during school time is to work on some chores that he can do a little bit more independently now, as well as some of his schoolwork that he really likes to do. He frequently asks me to do school when it's like a little bit earlier than what I had planned to do with him in the day. And so I would like to have some things available for him to do that he can just do on his own if he wants to. And so I'll just put a picture of it up here, but we have a workbook. Actually, it's a couple of different workbooks, but the one that we're working on right now, I'll put up here. And he calls it his dot to dot book because it has little lines that you can trace. And so I want to help him to be able to increase his independence with being able to do an activity like that, where he can feel free to grab that and a pencil and go work on it. And he really enjoys that sort of thing. He's also learning how to put his laundry away. And so 1 or 2 days a week, kind of depends on how the week goes, he might have a basket of laundry to sort into different piles and then put in his drawers. We do a no-fold system, so it's really easy for him to be able to do that. Another chore that I really want him to be able to help with is to put the plastic dishes away when my daughter is unloading the dishwasher. It's my daughter's job to unload it every morning, and I want him to help her with putting the plastic things away because the drawer that we keep them in is nice and low for the little kids to reach, and he might just need a little bit of help getting everything out of the dishwasher. Now, for my older daughter who's in 6th grade, increasing independence for her is looking more like taking on a little bit more of the reading responsibility when it comes to our history study. We use Sunlight History Bible Literature Level F this year. I have a video all about it I can link up here for you. And it has quite a bit of reading. So there's read alouds for me, there's history reading. Then she has some notebooking pages to work on after the reading. And so I'm working with her to start to do a little bit more of that on her own. Instead of me reading it aloud to her, she will do some of the readings for herself. So that's just kind of what I'm kind of working on with her this spring, because I know that next year when my little guy is in kindergarten and she's in 7th grade, I'm definitely going to need her to be a little bit more independent, because I will be doing longer reading lessons, not too much longer, but enough longer that it would be really helpful for her to be more independent. She actually is a very independent student already. She has a checklist. I recently posted about my new student checklist, so you might want to go check that video out next if you haven't already. But she just kind of works through all of her independent work and can get things done pretty much on her own, even including math. So I've been really glad about that. She's doing well with that. So we just want to keep going with increasing independence for both kids. For goal number 3, I want to continue with a simple daily schedule. And I have changed our schedule here and there throughout the years, but what is working really good for us right now is to kind of plan most of our together time around food. And that has worked out really well for us this school year, and I would like to continue on with that. But the part that I really want to work on is the keeping it simple, because my daughter needs good chunks of time to do her independent work. So what that looks like for us right now is that we're going to be doing our Bible time first thing in the morning. And it doesn't really matter if people have been up for a little while or they've just gotten up. We're going to do Bible time as kind of our first school thing. And then we will move into independent play and chores if that hasn't happened yet. Then we'll have our first mini morning time. So that's when I read things like our On Mission magazines. What else? Oh, our health book that we do. And then after that is when I will work with my son on his reading letters and sounds and things like that. So then after that, we will have our lunchtime, morning time, and kind of continue on throughout our day. We have been also making sure to do a book time right before our nap time, which I think we started back in maybe August or September, and that's going really well. So just keeping the schedule simple and predictable so that especially my little kids kind of know what's coming next and what they should be doing. They have a lot of freedom and a lot of independence in kind of playing outside or playing in their rooms, things like that during our school time. But I just want to make sure that they kind of know what is going to be happening next. So that is actually the end of my goals. I didn't want to create too many because I didn't really want to have too many things to really be focusing on, because like I said, I'm trying to keep things simple in basically all areas right now. So that's why I don't really have very many goals to share with you. Now tell me down below in the comments, what is your biggest homeschool goal for this coming 2026 year? So if you are homeschooling a preschooler and a 6th grader or other ages that are kind of far apart, then I hope that this was encouraging to you. Don't forget to give yourself grace. You don't have to do everything all at once, and small, simple steps really do add up over time. So I hope that that will encourage you to keep on going and to think about kind of your structure for your homeschool this upcoming school year. If this video encouraged you, I hope that you will give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss other videos that I have coming out in the new year. Thank you again to Stephanie from Schulte Sweeties Homeschool and Annalisa from Creative Curious Learning and Living for hosting today's collaboration. Don't forget to check out the collaboration playlist down below and see what all of the other moms are sharing today as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today at our homeschool table, and we'll see you next time.